Oh, hello, everyone. How are you doing? What do we have here in the chat? We have Pooh Pikmin T. We have Jeremy. We have Chespin. Oh, what a great time it's going to be for you three. We have the wonderful Dan. We have Dan in the building. Dan, would you like to give our audience a big warm welcome?
Oh my god, hi.
Very good. Oh, Dan. Oh, not too loud. Not hold on there. Not too much. That's way too much enthusiasm. You're
Was
pouring
that
out of
too
your
much? Was I coming too hard?
Yeah,
Is
you're
it too
coming
hard?
on. You're coming out too hot and wild. You're coming on too thick. No, sir.
What are we doing here?
We're playing Pikmin. We're playing a wonderful game of Pikmin. Oh yes, and there's
Alright,
no
cool.
sound. There's no sound in Pikmin. Let me fucking fix that. Let me fucking fix that, boys.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't you can't play the game without the,
You can't play Pikmin without any
the
sound.
Sims talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. We're banging on all four of the cylinders tonight, boys. All right. So when we last left off, I also did some grinding between streams because I was out of yellow Pikmin, and you need those. You need those to beat the game. Uh, the
You were
only
cheating.
Yeah. Oh yes, I was. Well, no, it's called pre-stream prepping. Not cheating.
Oh
Not
god.
cheating at all. It's called
I
preparing.
feel like it's cheating.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, prepared for something.
Prepare for trouble and make it double, and you're the double. So let's go to the distant
I'm just
springs. As you can see, the only area we have left is the distant springs to conquer. The problem is there are the most parts in this part of the game. And then we have one little extra
in the
area where
most
we,
parts.
the most parts, the most ship parts, yes.
Oh.
I've got an original joke for y'all. So you're just picking men. Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't know why I moved your character around. I just realized I'm not streaming this to you, so I'm going to stream this to you, Dan. You lucky
You're
little
not.
devil.
I'm like,
Okay. Do you want me to
oh.
stream the game or stream the little thing so you can look at the chat? I'm gonna.
Whatever you feel is more comfortable.
Okay. Now you can look at the chat. You can look at all the things the idiotic people are saying and relay them back to me as I play. Well, that's kind of
Wow,
fun.
that sounds fantastic. These
Those
are
are,
these are people that took time out of their day to watch you, and
they sure did.
you just berate them.
Oh boy, did, boy were they swindled out of good entertainment. It's kind of fun, you know. It's kind of fun. I like to play an irreverent character that kind of harasses the audience, that plays with the audience. You know, has fun with them. I'm not.
Yeah. You're like Howard Stern's clown.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. At least to your
You
back,
have
but
no
you know.
idea what
Oh, what do you know?
uh,
Get out of here. Oh,
you
look.
you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. To be honest, I feel like you should turn yourself up a little bit. I don't know how, but I can't hear. I can hear you, but you're a little bit low. Can everybody hear Dan?
How do I turn myself up?
Yeah, turn yourself up a little bit.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Maybe I have to do it. And if I have
Oh
to
my
do it,
god! Now see, now you're just you. Hey, do this thing, and it's just, well, how do I do it? I don't know, but on to the next subject.
we'll do the next something. Yeah, you got to keep going. You know, in life, you got to just keep on trucking, as they say. I mean, you know this
They do
principle
say
better
that.
than I do. Oh,
They
look,
they
we've got a
do
ship.
say that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I say?
What?
I say, never say never. Or I would say that if they didn't make you say it twice in that saying. Oh, look at
Oh
this.
man, never stop, never stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I?
Why are you
What is this?
calling me
Hey,
stupid? I already know
jeez.
that.
Hey, Discord, can you like maybe give me like things that are helpful and not just turn everything into like 6 different cool guy emojis?
Oh, are you is the stream really pixely right now?
No, I'm trying I'm trying to figure out how to turn
Oh,
myself up, and it's just
no. Discord's UI is fucking obnoxious. What do you call it? UI or whatever. Like just Discord's layout is really like they're trying to appeal to gamers, you know, but they can't just be like a racist or tell edgy jokes. So they're just doing this like, hey, epic gamers, your epic pizza request is being filed out. Like it's this like early 2010s llamas your bacon style speak that they're fucking doing. And on top of that,
everything
oh yeah,
everything I click just it just tells me just like
yeah,
five five different emojis.
yeah, exactly. And it's like the cool Yeti. It's like a purple guy, like smiling at you, giving you the thumbs up with sunglasses. It's a pizza with sunglasses. It's
I
Pizza
hate
Steve.
this dumb I hate this dumb pizza Steve hanging out in a
Yeah,
Converse.
but it's
It
so cool.
just
It's so cool.
all these examples. Hey, lol, does anyone have the notes from history class? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yep, exactly. These are exactly the kids that are definitely
No. Yeah.
on uh on Discord.
Exactly. It's not just a group of questionable individuals, organizing DDoS attacks or things like that. No, it's people studying for history class.
Oh, hey, Steven, do you have the notes for Miss for the big test tomorrow?
The big test. The big test. Oh yeah.
I won't I'm not gonna text you like we're regular students. I'm gonna message you over Discord and
Yeah.
take the extra 9 steps.
Take the extra die. Yeah. Exactly, buddy. Exactly. For those of you that are in chat right now, if you could put an A in the chat, if you would ask your Discord friends for help with your homework. Don't not everybody, no, not all of you. Don't all get up at once. Look at these horrible flies here. Look at these horrible flies. I gotta kill them. They ruin the bridge.
Wow,
They're eating the
that's some
bridge.
grade A commentary.
Yeah,
Aaron Hansen, watch out.
yeah. What are these flies? What is this? Pikmin 1 for the Nintendo GameCube? Oh yeah. I think I'm good at this game. I
Oh
think I'm
yeah,
really cool and fun at this game.
I
I
think I'm pretty
started out.
swell.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Started from the bottom. Now the whole world knows my. Hey! I don't really know how that song goes. I don't really know how that song works.
I don't, yeah, it's fine. As long as you remember he was in Degrassi.
Who was in Degrassi? Degrassi is pregnant, right? Is that Degrassi's got a baby? Is that the guy with the baby?
What?
I don't watch Degrassi. That's your thing. I don't even know.
Degrassi.
Degrassi is like a sitcom, right? Or it's like a soap opera.
I guess you call it a soap opera.
Yeah. More like I feel like I need to scrub myself with soap off after watching that horrible program. What's Degrassi about? Is it about a kid, a high school kid in high school?
Degrassi's been going on for probably 20 years now, and it's about this one high school in Canada
Hmm.
where just the worst things happen.
I know a guy
Apparently,
from Canada. I know people there.
he must be from Degrassi.
Wow. I'll have to ask him that later. He'll probably
Small
be into me.
world.
Yeah.
I think Degrassi. I haven't seen Degrassi in a very long time.
Hmm. You know, I've never seen it. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wow. Tell me
There's one
about it.
episode a kid. There's one episode a kid puts on a wife beater and thinks he's Eminem and he steals a laptop.
Oh wow. It sounds like that
He steals a
bridge.
laptop from his teacher with cancer.
That's horrible. Why did he do that?
Yeah, but it's okay because he's a cool guy and he comes back later and he saves the school from the shooter.
Oh, that's well. That's pretty. That's pretty great. It reminds me of there's this one animation. This new animated series. It's called like fucking Bridge City Kids or something. And Bridge Kids, and it's got a character who literally is just like like a white wannabe Eminem, and then he's got like a friend in a wheelchair who's like also Eminem. It's a fun series.
That's Degrassi.
Yeah, well maybe that's what they're taking it from. It's sort of like a modern take on Degrassi.
Drake and another kid bullied this kid so hard that he went home, got a gun, and shot Drake in the spine. And now
Oh,
Drake was like in a wheelchair for a good couple
oh,
seasons.
I didn't know that Drake was in it. The rapper
Yeah,
Drake, Drake as a
yeah, the
rapper.
rapper Drake. Yeah,
Really?
he was in a band on the show too.
He was. Oh man.
Yeah, he had a rap about women making his lunch.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Man, he's got allegations now. I think. I don't know.
Wow, a child star with allegations. I couldn't even. What is this world coming to?
What is it coming to? Yeah. No, can't blame his abuser like Drake did, like the other Drake did. Drake Bell.
Yeah,
I know he's
that's
got a real name, but I don't know his name.
that's real rough.
Yeah. Goodness
Um,
me. Oh, Degrassi is for
Degrassi had
elderly millennials
14
pushing 40,
seasons.
says Star.
Yeah, probably.
I like Star, but she's a real piece of work. Oh,
What
she'll
did you
just.
do for your 57th birthday?
What did I do for my 57th birthday? What did I do, or what am I gonna do?
What did you do?
Um,
Because I know because we're both 59. We're about to turn 60.
yeah, I don't know. I flew around my helicopter. I flew my helicopter around my big private island mansion, and I don't know. I saw that my wife was getting along with my therapist a little bit too well, and I emailed my son saying, "Make sure he doesn't call you dad, because that title is reserved for me." And then I wrote a memoir. I wrote a biography about my life that I turned into a movie. This is nobody else is gonna get that, but you. Nobody else is gonna
Yeah.
get that there was an American Psycho sequel short story where Patrick Bateman became not a serial killer anymore through therapy.
Yeah,
Kind of a
Bryson Ellis really wanted to cash in as much money as he could.
you know. I mean, I don't. I kind of like the idea that even it's sort of like, well, Patrick Bateman could deal with his problems. Maybe you can too. Except he very likely got away with murder, and he's also, because he's super rich. Oh, that's kind of a sad aspect to it. Is
Oh,
that a
he's so sad. He's crying his $100 bills.
Star says, is that a Sopranos reference? No, it would be a lot more respectable if it were a Sopranos reference.
Yeah. I mean, at least he didn't. At least he didn't. At least he didn't pull like a Harlan Ellis, with with a boy and his dog.
Hmm.
Do you
Oh,
ever you know about that?
is that the one you told me about where it's like the psychopath dog and the psychopath
No,
kid?
no, that's a different one.
No, I
That
haven't
one's still
seen it.
great.
I haven't seen Harlan
There,
Dog.
Harlan Ellis. He's a fantasy writer. He wrote a story called "A Boy and His Dog," and it's a boy and his dog in the apocalypse.
Oh.
and they made a movie out of it. And I guess he hated the ending of the movie so much, he wrote a sequel where the boy and the dog just essentially die.
Oh,
And like everyone who loved the book and then they read the sequel were very upset at him.
yeah. Well, it's sort of that thing. You don't know what you're going to be famous for. You don't know what the public is going to resonate with the most when it comes to your work. And usually it's the thing that you care for the least. Like the dude who wrote A Clockwork Orange had a whole part. Like, I was listening to the audiobook. That's how I fucking read A Clockwork Orange. But the author had a whole like part at the beginning, a whole epilogue. I don't know if it's an epilogue, but he was basically like, "Yeah, I really don't like this book. Uh, I'm really not a big fan of the story that I did, but I guess since I'm the author, I kind of have a responsibility to preserve it for you fucking people, you stupid idiot people." And also, who's the guy that made the movie? Fucking, was it Alan Moore? Not Alan Moore, no. What am I thinking of? He was basically like, yeah, the movie, I don't like the movie.
Bret
You
Easton
took
Ellis.
Bret Easton Ellis wrote Clockwork Orange. Yeah. He also wrote Joker. He also wrote fucking Taxi Driver. He wrote all those movies that all the incels, clamor for. They go gaga for that
Uh,
stuff.
uh, uh, um, Anthony Burgess. Anthony Burgess?
Who the fuck is Anthony Burgess?
I
What did
think
he
he's
do?
the author of The Clockwork Orange.
Anthony Burgess is the author, but then there was that crazy guy who made the movie, the really like unwell
Yeah,
movie. He
what
faked
is his
Moonland,
name?
I think also is really good.
Yeah, uh, yeah, he made that terrible Shining adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, according to Stephen King. That's the funny
no,
thing is
man,
that
I,
like,
I,
oh, you don't like The Shining?
I think it's fine. It's a fine movie. It's okay. It's fine. I have no hate towards it. It's fine.
Yeah. I get that's kind of the funny thing is the dude that I hate that I'm blanking on a name. He's the most fucking famous director ever. Fucking
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. Yeah. It's funny how Stanley Kubrick kind of adapted a lot of people's work, and he's really good at doing that to the point where like the actual books are dwarfed by the success of the movie, which not unheard of in Hollywood. But like every single person whose book he adapted, they were like, man, I don't really like his interpretation. I like my interpretation better. To the point where like Stephen King himself made his own like version of The Shining,
Yeah.
and I only know about that because the Nostalgia Critic reviewed that version. I'm not a good person. I'm
You
not what they would consider
you
a
didn't
good.
you didn't spend the 6 hours to watch it?
No, I didn't. No, as a matter of
You
fact, I
should
did
have.
not. Well, I think I need to watch that Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas movie because I feel like it's really, 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 really fun to watch. But you've told me
It's
otherwise.
I mean, it's the first time you watch it, it's a long movie, but after that you can kind of just
Okay.
get into it.
Yeah. I've kind of fallen into the trap of now everything I watch has to be easily digestible or able to be put on in the background while I'm doing something else. And, you don't really see a lot of art that way. You see a lot of
Yeah.
sort of regurgitated, why Luigi's Mansion is the best game ever, and you already thought that. You already thought that, but let me confirm your biases for you.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes into the Bret Easton Ellis thing of like, yeah, it's a book. You can kind of just skip some
Yeah.
pages.
Oh, yeah. That really
Especially when you
was.
reach a certain point.
This is the thing is that I want to say I like the book. Like I like what the book is trying to say. I like what it's trying to do. But there are some parts that are really kind of like interesting when they happen to you. But like that, just that idea of like, yeah, like you really feel it when you're reading it because it's like how long is it reading the fucking like I listen to an audiobook because that's what I do is I'll listen to audiobooks. And the audiobook was like fucking 7 hours. Like I think even more, to be honest. It was a lot.
It's
It was
a, it's a, it's. I think it's like a 500-page book.
yeah. And all of the fucking shit in the book is like, I'm buying suits. I'm buying an Armani jacket, with tweed striped, lapels and bird coated shoulders. And I looked into the room and I saw all the objects in the room. Let me name all the objects off in the room that I'm seeing currently. No, you don't need to do that.
It's
You absolutely do not
it's
need to do
definitely
that.
it's definitely a weird thing of especially like saying like yeah there's some things you can just skip, you can kind of get the gist of it and then you
Yeah,
kind of just read it. But then like he just straight up uses chapters from other books
he does.
in this book.
Like books that he
Yeah,
wrote.
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, there's the whole thing when Patrick um and Courtney are just like finishing up and it's like Thanksgiving. That entire chapter is taken from the first book, Less Than Zero.
See, this is the whole thing is that, like, I don't even, like, the book was so long, I don't even remember that fucking chapter. It just, it goes on and 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 on. To the point where you're like, did that happen? Or did that, like, was that chapter 1? Was that chapter 25? I mean,
Oh,
I
but
guess
that's the genius of it.
that's the thing is it really does sort of disorient you. I'm glad that I watched that documentary that you talked about. Actually, I don't know if you watched that documentary. There's a documentary called "This Is Not an Exit," and it's
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
yeah, it talks about other things as well. But there was the part with that one. I hate that they don't exactly tell you what his name is or what he does, but I think he's like a critic, and he says you can see him justifying absolutely everything he writes in the book. Oh God, this is so nihilistic. Yes, but it's the nihilism that I'm seeing in the world. Oh God, this is so violent. Yeah, but that's the point. And I feel like that kind of reflects how you feel in like I think you view it as him getting away with it in a way. He's getting away with all this shit and saying it's social commentary.
Yeah,
There was
I
a
yeah, I definitely.
This is another movie that I haven't seen. I've seen a review of it. But there was this fucked up movie about the Marquis de Sade, right? He was a horrible pornographer. He wrote horrible things. And in this movie, he was like an animal person with like a talking penis.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right. And at one
yeah,
point, he writes a fucked up story to get his jollies off, and then this woman reads it and is like, "What beautiful social commentary you're writing! Oh my goodness, it's a takedown of the aristocrats." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess, sure. Hey, do you want to fuck?" It's very weird. Do you recommend
yeah.
that movie? It's certainly interesting.
As an art piece, yeah.
Yeah, I love.
As
I
an
mean,
art piece, yeah.
that's the funny thing is that there was a part like that the Patrick Bateman book, right, where he's writing the poem for his old girlfriend, and it's literally just like
Yeah,
him like racially slurring like a black homeless man. And then
yeah,
I think it's implied that she's like nervous. It's like nervous laughter. She doesn't know what to say, but she's like,
yeah,
your sense of social injustice is impeccable. And she's trying to say it's almost like him, like, ah man, you're really writing from the voice of the system or some shit like that. Meanwhile, he's just an awful person.
yeah,
But the thing is, like, I'll read that and be like, oh, that's kind of like that in and of itself is a social commentary. But then you, as a person reading the book, will be like, that's just what Bret Easton Ellis is doing with this whole fucking book. He's just writing horrible shit and getting away
yeah.
with it.
I think he saw. I definitely. I'll give him credit. I think his original intent. Yeah, he wanted to write a book about Wall Street,
Yeah,
but also I think he saw the like uprising of the splatterpunk genre, um, and he was interested in it, and he wanted to dabble his toes in it.
Yeah, douse his little toes. Also, star and
He wanted to.
speculation. This would be a great time for a sponsor from Audible. I fucking wish.
Funny enough,
Funny enough. Oh, wait. Do you have a sponsor for
are
me, Dan?
you are you illiterate?
No.
Are you illiterate? Are you too chronically online to tear your eyes away from a screen and read a piece of paper that's not backlit?
I feel fucking attacked. I feel personally fucking. Well, I mean, maybe sometimes it's not always that you're terminally online. Sometimes it's you're busy at work. You're busy at the factory. You know,
Yeah,
sorting your various things, and you've got your headphones in. You know, you can't read a book
yeah.
at work.
I'm just saying things, you know.
I know. I feel it. I have a very thin skin, and I
No,
lash out.
I listen to audiobooks all the time at
Yeah,
work.
I should listen to more audiobooks. Sometimes I'll
You should
listen.
listen to more Brayson Ellis.
Yeah, I tried. Well, yeah, but you hate Bret Easton Ellis, even though you love him.
I I love listening to Brayson Ellis books.
Yeah, man. You love listening to the books, and then you have to listen to him. To be honest, though, like I don't hate Bret Easton Ellis. I think he's okay. But like listening to him speak, I can definitely see how somebody would hate him. You know, just that one part. I don't know if you watched the video, the part where he's like, I don't mean to be flippant at all. I don't mean to be dismissive. I just don't care. I don't. I'm thinking about the pipes. I'm thinking about the pipes in my apartment. You know, I'm not thinking about Patrick Bateman anymore. I don't need him. He's an interesting guy, I guess.
He's something.
He's something else.
He is something else.
He's a real laugh and a half.
He's a full laugh.
Yeah. If you guys enjoy our Patrick Bateman, Bret Easton Ellis talk, put a knife emoji in the chat. If you'd like us to switch to another conversation, shut up. I will not take your input. This is kind of a fun thing. It's kind of a fun thing to interact with your chat, interact with your people.
When are we doing a part 2 on our Patrick Bateman?
I don't know. Should we even do a part?
Our social.
Should we do a part?
When are we doing our breakdown of all Bret Easton Ellis books?
Oh, the Bret Easton Ellis book tier list, and there's like 5.
We're doing.
I the thing is, like, me personally, you know, I probably should get back to the Pikmin content at some point. But the next thing that I really want to do is the Mighty Boosh villain tier list, because I've been sitting on that one for a while, and I know it's going to be really fun when we sit down and talk about it. I've been chopping up footage. I bought a fucking microphone. Um, I don't know if Meeb is in the chat, but if someone can tell Meeb, yeah, thank you for recommending that microphone. I bought it off of Facebook. There was a $35 microphone, Dan. Can you believe it? A $35 Blue Yeti. And I
Wow,
got
that sounds like a price.
Yeah, it does. The thing is, I feel like Blue Yeti is one of those ones where it's like the Snowball or the Blue Yeti, and everybody's like, oh, that's the bullshit microphone that actually isn't good. You need to get another microphone. But it was $35. And the other microphone I'm using, I plug it in, it doesn't register on OBS, and I don't think it makes a lick of difference. So.
Oh man, that is some BS.
Yeah. So did I say BS? What did I say? Why didn't I just say bullshit? Why didn't I just say bull fucking
No,
shit?
you said OBS.
OBS, yeah.
Gotta
That's what
keep
it
up with me,
stands
man.
for. It stands for OBS. Jeez.
Wow, this is some
Riveting
riotous.
riveting gameplay.
This is some hot stuff.
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, geez, it's already been 6 hours?
Whoa. We're not gonna finish Pikmin. This has become a purgatory for me.
Ah, man, we're gonna do it.
This planet.
This
I
is it.
know.
This is Pikmin.
Yeah. So this is Pikmin. Well, what have we done? Another year over. What's the other part of that? I don't know. I can't think of a clever lyric. A clever limerick.
I don't know.
A depressing song about Pikmin. Man. There is something somber about this game. There's something very, wistful about it. Maybe specifically.
Really?
Oh no,
Explain it to me.
Mushroom is in the chat saying, "You better finish Pikmin, boy." You can't say that.
Oh, man.
That has connotations, Mushroom. You can't say that sort of thing. Boy?
Oh, you're a child.
I'm not. Are you an adult? Do you feel like an adult?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Oh. I feel like I have dysphoria. Like
It's not good. That's how you get. That's how you get nailed as a YouTuber.
That's how I get what now? Nailed?
You get nailed as a YouTuber.
Oh. They're gonna nail me? They're gonna nail me? I hope they don't nail me.
Hey man, I'm just saying Peter Pan syndrome isn't a legal defense.
Oh, motherfucker. You motherfucker. With friends like this, who needs enemies? Oh, let me tell you that.
Oh, this Bugs Bunny motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Now who's playing the greatest hits? You silly. Eventually, I am putting that quote in Onion Punch. I'm putting that fucking old, crusty, raggedy old quote. I'm gonna shoehorn it in somehow. When I start writing it again, just you fucking wait. Just you wait. People keep telling me, Goodly, when are we getting out of the forest, Goodly? And I say, never. Oh.
So are there different environments, or is it just like this other buildings?
What do you mean? In Pikmin?
Are there buildings in Pikmin?
It's supposed to kind of be the apocalypse, but no, not really, actually.
I feel like there should be buildings.
What do you mean?
I feel like there should be buildings.
Oh, well, no, there aren't buildings.
Why?
Well, I mean...
Why can't there be any... I mean, it stands to reason, you know, like, bottle caps survive. Why can't bricks?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I should tell you, I mean, I guess, in the other games, there are a lot more urban structures. There's a lot more, like, it's, like, in this game, there are little hints that it's an apocalyptic world, but not really. Like, there's one bottle somewhere out in the distant springs, there's one big bottle. But in this game, it's more just like the pristine sereneness of nature, and you're supposed to be like, oh, well, this could be happening in my backyard. But then in Pikmin 2, like, you're clearly, like, walking around somebody's garden, and then the caves, there's, like, industrial, like, rusty fucking cave surfaces and things like that. So, yeah. Mushroom says, Goodly, you're white, I'll call you boy all damn day. Brown bricks in Pikmin. Is that some sort of fucking reference?
I have no idea what
This guy,
what that assembly of words is.
No, he's speaking in Greek. It's all Greek to me. It's all Greek to me, Mushroom.
Oh, is that not lead speak?
No. I basically run an asylum. I am king, you know the part in, I don't even know what kind of fucking reference I'm making. You ever play that game Alice the Madness Returns?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the part the Mad Hatter's the Mad Hatter's workshop, and he's basically running the place, even though he's crazy. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do.
You're just a disembodied head.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to put all my pieces back together, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I feel like a big piece of glass ready to stick in your eye, or whatever he says, whatever brilliant writing he says. I hate that I've only seen playthroughs of The Madness Returns. I haven't actually fucking played it. It looks kind of repetitive. But I like the story. I like what they did with the story. Considering the subject matter, later on in the game, I think it's kind of interesting how they handled that, that very serious topic. And even though the game is clearly like very gothic and very whimsical, it doesn't really feel like it doesn't feel like they're sensationalizing it. They're being very tasteful. And I don't think it's a thing that people would try and tackle today as readily as Mr. American would be. What's his name? What's that old bean's name?
Um, American McGee, yeah.
Yeah, American McGee. Yeah.
Did they ever make a sequel? Did they ever make a third one?
Yeah. I liked the little fucking Easter egg because there's an Easter egg in one of the levels where it's Raz from Psychonauts, and he's just a skeleton. I don't know if you played Psychonauts.
I did.
Yeah.
It was frustrating.
Yeah. It's kind of a fun reference because it's sort of like he got trapped in somebody else's head and just kind of died there.
Oh, that's whimsical.
It's pretty whimsical, yeah.
It's pretty whimsical, yeah.
You know what else is pretty whimsical? Is baby doll parts covered in sludge and slime and oil.
Like,
Get ready to be
like
fighting that for the whole
pollution.
What did you? Oh yeah,
Like
pollution.
pollution and Fern Gully.
Yeah, exactly. I like how there's the big baby doll enemy, but then there's also the little floating jellyfish enemy that has like baby doll hands. That's kind of fun. My favorite enemy in American McGee is the crab with a cannon that's also smoking a cigar. That's real. Look that up. If you don't think that's real, look up crab cannon.
Crab cannon.
You remember that shit, Dan? It's so fucking cool. He's like smoking a big
So
cigar.
vaguely.
Yeah, he's smoking a big fucking cigar, and then he uses the cigar to light the cannon on his arm. Fucking great. And could you believe that's in a
Huh.
game that's essentially about like child sex trafficking? And it's still done in a
Yeah.
tasteful way. It still doesn't feel like, oh, they're. It still doesn't feel distasteful.
So
So what?
okay. So it looks like he spent a good couple of years trying to get another Alice game going. Got all the money, got a good Bible together, and
Just never
EA
made it.
rejected it.
Oh.
EA rejected it, so EA rejected it.
Oh yeah, EA.
So he's just like, I guess I'm quitting game development.
Oh, what's he fucking doing now? Just like fucking working a 9 to 5.
I think so.
That fucking sucks that can happen. Even though you have because you think, oh, that only happens if you never get into the industry, and then you have to you have to compromise your dreams and be like, oh, okay, I guess I'm
Yeah.
actually But like even if you do like have a bunch of successful games, the company you work with could be like, we don't really need you anymore, and you're like, fuck, I guess I'm doing Uber Eats for the rest of my life. That is really depressing.
Yeah.
That is infinitely depressing. I mean, I guess that's why you should go indie. Always go indie. The big fucking corporos aren't your friend.
I think that'd
I
be
mean,
cool to be
hey,
popular for a little bit and then kind of go away.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like EA is infamously scummy. Electronic Arts, like they have a bunch of IPs that they just sit on. They like fill
Yeah.
their games full of fucking microtransactions. They just want to pump out the same like sports games and not change anything about them. Which I guess I can't really give them that much shit as a Nintendo fan. But boy, did people give did people give us shit when they found out that little loophole. But yeah, no, it's not a good company. Let me tell you,
What
Dan.
is
Did you?
that?
What's what? This big blow
What
thing?
are you fighting?
It's a blowhog. It's a puffy blowhog. You've seen
That
this
is a
before.
spiky blowhog.
Well, it's got spikes on
I've
it
seen
like
a
a
lot of
weapon.
things.
Yeah. You said it looked like an ocarina from Ocarina of Time. Maybe not from
Oh, I guess
Ocarina.
it does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See?
What were you saying?
What was I saying? Let me look at the chat.
What were you saying?
You're telling me you haven't seen the Mike Matei video with Inspector Gadget playing Minecraft? The guy who created Space Ghost Coast to Coast and Voice Brack is an Amazon. Oh, that's two different colors. This is also depressing. The guy who voiced Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast is an Amazon delivery driver now. The industry is dying,
I mean,
and by the industry I mean every industry.
how, I mean, how many opportunities really come up to sound like that, though?
I mean, I get, but like you'd think he'd be, you know, like if you can do that voice, clearly you can do other voices. And it's doubly unfair because there are people that don't even do voices; they just do their fucking voice, and they get to be set for life. Like Patrick Warburton or whatever, the dude that plays Joe Swanson.
Yeah,
Motherfucker never changes his goddamn voice. He gets to be that forever.
yeah. I think the most egregious one is John Benjamin.
John Benjamin. Now, what does he do? I mean, well, what
He
did he play?
he's Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah. They really. I feel like he's not. I don't think it's any more or less egregious than the Joe Swanson guy. I think it's just that voice actor has been around longer, so we're used to it. Whereas the Bob's Burgers guy, you can't exactly say he's new because Bob's Burgers isn't a new
Oh
fucking show, but like
no, like he was on
he was on
that
Family
the
Guy.
old cartoon home movies.
Oh yeah, he was on Home Movies.
He was Coach McGurk. And
But
also he was uh he did the voice of Jason, his friend. So he had to voice act
hmm,
and give a different voice, but now people just hire him to do his own thing.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, the thing is with that character, with like Jason's friend, was his name Brandon or Jason?
The main character?
Okay, so the main character was named Brandon, right? Like, right?
Yeah, it's Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan, and then what is it? And then his friend is named Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because with Jason, didn't they pitch his voice up a little bit so he didn't even have to act in that? Man, I am just drowning these Pikmin. Streaming is great because you get to
Uh,
remember just how bad you are at the games that you love. You suck at them, despite playing them forever. Jesus Christ. Look at this. It's a massacre. Man.
oh god, what does the teacher say in that one Simpsons episode? The Patriots are deep in Redskin territory.
What the what?
Do you
Is
remember
that
that one?
a communist joke or is that like a Native American joke?
No, it's a football joke.
Okay.
Uh, it's that '90s episode
Oh.
where Homer invents grunge,
Oh yeah.
and Marge leaves him for her professor, and he
Yeah.
he has a joke about I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
I'm already over it now.
Oh, I did like that episode. Yeah, I feel like that episode. I mean, like you're kind of like a grunge guy. I don't know if that was a phase or you're still into like kind of grunge aesthetic or music or whatever. But I do think of you. Of all the Simpsons episodes, I do think of you when I think of that episode. Because yeah, he invented grunge.
He did invent grunge.
This is my band. It's called Politically Incorrect. And they all gasp. That was the funniest bit where they try to do like a parody of fuck, who was that dipshit who made Teen Spirit based off of a fucking
Kurt
joke?
Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, right? And they parodied his heroin addiction, and he's like Marge comes in and sees him with like a needle, and he's like, I need it. No, you don't need it. We're gonna
That's
get you better. And then
so funny.
it turns out it was his like insulin or something.
It's insulin.
It was insulin. He's like, you don't
So
need
funny.
that. As it turns out, he actually did need it. God damn.
They wrote a parody song of a real song, so Weird Al could write a parody of their parody.
Yeah, oh yeah. He who is tired of Weird Al is tired of life. I remember that line. You ever just have like lines from shows like stuck in your head for some reason?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's so weird, like some of the ones that you remember. It's like, why do I even remember that? Some of them will
Yeah.
just be like, hey, how's it going? Like it'll be a fucking Kids Next Door episode that you don't even know what the episode was about. And it's like number one and number five, and number one's like, oh, hey, number five, how's it going? And that's it. It's like, why do I remember that
It's
shit?
literally it's the goddamn it's hi, how are you?
Hi, oh yeah.
Yeah, right?
Everybody, this is the thing is that, like, I feel like a lot of people
Everybody
listen.
knows.
Yeah, everybody fucking knows. I think, I don't know if we've talked about it before. I think me and Star were talking about, like this generation is able to communicate entirely in SpongeBob quotes, and like nobody sounds like a crazy person because absolutely everybody knows every fucking quote. So we could just talk
Yeah.
to each other through that shit. And she was like, does any other generation do that? Like, our parents weren't talking to us in fucking Snoopy quotes. And, well, I mean, Snoopy doesn't talk, but, the Peanuts quotes or fucking Garfield comic quotes. You don't hear our parents being like, oh, where did my pipe go? Where did my pipe be? Whatever. Mondays, more like bummer days. Am I right, kids? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, or else you won't get any supper.
What is it? Splat Day? What is it?
Oh, Splut. Oh, that's
Splat
right.
Day.
We don't know that from the comics. We know that from like the '80s cartoon, where they had Garfield and Friends,
Oh, man.
and boy was Garfield
Garfield and
carrying the and Friends part of that show. That was just literally because like I felt nostalgic a while ago when I started watching some old episodes, and like I don't hate the Barnyard. I think it was called like U.S. Acres or some shit. I don't hate that segment. I'm just saying, who would remember it if it weren't for fucking Garfield? Who would? There was a chicken, and the chicken
I don't
played pranks, and there was a duck, and the duck had like a floaty, and the floaty had the same like duck, like the head was the same on the floaty, and it made the same expressions. That was kind of cool. You
sound
know,
like an actual crazy person.
no, what? Because I'm remembering things. Everybody always
Yes.
gives me shit for remembering things. Everybody, hey, do you remember this? No. Well, now I can't talk to you anymore. God damn. I don't know if I ever told you
I'm
about
a
this
big
one guy that I used to know. I feel like you met him. He was like an MIT student, but he was like from Iran. He was a Turkish guy
yes.
from Iran.
We've recently had this conversation.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we're having it for on air fucking discussion. So fuck it. Like I was trying to talk to this dude about some of my ideas because I'm a fucking artist and I There's not much money in it. But
There's
I
not
was,
much money
yeah, I was trying to talk to him about like, yeah, it's this idea for like an onion with a couch, and the couch like he wants to get the couch back, and it's kind of like Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and I feel kind of bad because I feel like I ripped a lot of the plot off from Star Wars, and there's a lot of memes in it, like memes from there's this one show, and I was quoting all of these fucking shows at him, and it was like a 30-minute tirade I went on, and he just stares at me blankly and goes, "What is Star Wars? What is that? Is that the movie?" And I just was like, God, I have to actually explain a thing by just explaining it. Yeah. And the thing is,
how would you explain Star Wars?
um, how would I explain? This is the thing is, I was taught about the elevator pitch, so I
Tell
showed
me,
the. Well, there's
pitch
this.
me Star Wars.
Okay, right. Well, there's this big space battle going on, right? And there are these there's this religion, there's this space religion, right? And you're either a really really good guy, or you're a really really good guy who becomes a really really bad guy, right? And this one really really good guy became a really really bad guy, and his name was it used to be Anakin, but now it's Darth Vader, and he rules the galaxy. But then his son finds out that he's no, his son finds out, oh, my father is still out there somewhere. My father is evil. I need to turn him back. And so the son, Luke Skywalker, turns the evil guy into a good guy through the power of love. And that's kind of what Star Wars is all about. Also, there's like space battles, aliens, stuff like that. And there's these swords, right, where they're kind of like medieval weaponry swords, except it's the future, so they're all futuristic, and they got like it's like a laser sword. It's like a sword with a laser laser in it. What do you think, Dan? Are you sold? Are you sold on that shit?
I'm sorry, I have to, this is my floor. I have to get off. Good luck.
You're getting off the elevator.
Oh my god, what does the guy say to Gort when he pitches his cartoon?
Who's Gort? Oh, Gort. Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, the Freddy got fingered where he's just
all right,
like speaking.
listen.
Yeah. He's like, listen. The drawings are good, but this doesn't make any sense. So what the fuck is happening here? Something needs to happen, and it needs to be funny. You need to get inside. And then I love the part because he's saying like, oh, the character, this doesn't make any sense. And then of course Gordy is immediately like, I'm a loser, and then he pulls out a gun out of nowhere and just puts the gun in his mouth. The guy's trying to talk him down. It's like, look, you gotta get inside the animals. You gotta find out what makes them tick. And then of course there's the famous scene afterwards where you gotta get inside the animals. So of course he climbs inside of some roadkill, a roadkill deer, and then gets run over.
Oh,
Yeah. Classic
puts a
film.
gun in his
Classic Freddy got fingered. Yeah. He just has a gun. He just pulls out a gun. Let me get this straight. You dressed up. You think you could just dress up as a fucking English Bobby, and you deserve a show pitch for that? Yeah. And then it fucking works. It fucking works. Maybe that's what I ought to do. I ought to march up to Adult Swim headquarters with a British Bobby outfit, Poppycock, Poppycock, and then I just keep doing that, and then they'll give me a show. And my pitch will be, look, I know I'm really hard to sell, but it's me or Sam Hyde. So those are your two options. I'm taking money out of that man's mouth and donating it to shady organizations. Oh boy. Jesus, here we go.
It's something.
Yeah. I mean, you'd greenlight me. Then again, probably more out of nepotism than out of any kind
I'd
of.
give you. I would I'd give you a pilot.
You would. Yeah.
I would give you a pilot.
I would sell I would sell you the shit out of that pilot. Well, you'd expect something really wacky though, and I'd end up making something just very down to earth and depressing. I'm like, this is a show
What's
about.
the
This is a
you
show
would
about a.
just you would hand me poopy face tomato nose.
No, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, and you'd say, hey, can we make this character poopy face tomato nose? Can we make his nose a plum? And I would tell you to go fuck yourself and just march out of the office indignantly. Say, we're
Oh
not gonna
boy.
I'm not gonna compromise my vision, my ideas. All right, you can take your big studio money and shove it up your ass, says I. And Mushroom is
Uh,
quoting Freddy Got Fingered. Get out of my goddamn scuba gear, you imbecile! It's really funny.
that's not what I thought he says.
No, yeah, you thought he just, you thought he just called him, you know, a I don't know why I'm hesitating to say it. I never hesitate on this stream, but you're like a normal person. So around you, I'm like, oh, I got to be a little bit behaved. Oh, man. That's the thing is, you will like quote certain parts from movies, but you will make them like 10 times dirtier than they actually were. Like the part we were talking about the Jurassic Park scene with fucking what was the name of that whimsical guy? The dude who was like, you took it, you
Jeff
packed,
Jeff
yeah,
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum, and he was like, you thought more about could than should. You stood on the soldiers of giants, and and like he is banging on the floor. He's banging on things. You packaged it. You're selling it. You're putting it on a lunchbox. But what you thought he said is like, you packaged it. You took nature and you raped it, and you're going to sell it to other people. Like you thought he straight up said you raped nature, which
I Yeah, no, I watched it recently. I have no idea why I thought that.
hey man, I have done that in worse ways to better movies. Not the Jurassic Park. I'm sorry, I didn't mean fucking shit on Jurassic Park. When I saw the Forrest Gump movie, right? I guess I wasn't paying attention, right? Because the whole thing with Forrest Gump is, he lives through all these historical events, right? And Jenny is getting involved in all of the cool historical events, but despite some of the movements she's getting into are just, a lot of the men she's getting involved with are abusive. And there was a part where there was like a part with the Black Panther movement, and in my head, I had recast that scene that the person speaking was in blackface and rubbed it off. And that was supposed to be your cue of like, oh, actually, this isn't a great guy after all. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know how the fuck.
What?
Because I'm like, oh yeah, he's slapping Jenny around. So what he's actually doing, like his entire group of people. I imagined just a group of people in Black Panther outfits that were all just white people in blackface, trying to stand by the movement. And I was
That
like,
is
oh,
that
because
is different.
it's horrible.
That
I
is different than what I was.
no, it's
Mine doesn't even
worse.
change anything. Mine just like makes it a little bit funnier.
Yeah, yours
It just
takes
like
out a
creates
word.
a different scenario. Yours legitimately changes the story.
I think I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying enough fucking attention. It was one of those things where like I was looking at something else while I was watching it. So I just imagined all that shit, and then I don't know how the fuck. I don't know how the fuck I created that in my own head. I'm sure a therapist would have a fucking field day with that, but
You know what? But honestly, uh,
better movie, right? Better
Forrest
fucking
Gump
movie.
isn't for me.
Yeah. There's
Forrest Gump is
people.
not for me. I'm not a
There's
fan of Forrest Gump.
there's critics. There's people who've said things about Forrest Gump. I like Forrest Gump. I don't know. I mean, I know if you look at it a certain way, it's kind of depressing because it's just, here's this idiot that did everything he was told and he got a good life versus like Jenny's actually trying to, join a lot of these great movements that are, great. They were on the right side of history, even though I hate that word. Meanwhile, she's just getting abused by all the men in them. But I don't know. I feel like, people like to shit on a shit happens philosophy, but sometimes in life shit really does happen. You really don't know what role you have to play in history, and usually the role you play, it's kind of minor. It's either quite minor, or you don't know how you're going to affect things, and then you
Hmm.
usually end up like in a position you didn't want to be in the first place, and just learn to like it anyway. Is what I see out of that film.
Yeah, I think the ending kind of
Oh, what?
ruins what the movie is trying to do.
Okay. How so?
I
Like,
think
because Jenny had like an AIDS baby, and then Forrest had to raise the AIDS baby.
um
Probably
I
not in
guess
so many
not in
words.
that exact, yeah, not in so many words like that,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, the whole movie is just watching historical events from this one guy's perspective,
Yeah.
but he's just a kind of clean slate and doesn't have a personality
Yeah.
because we're supposed to be him.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden at the end, this thing happens where it's just like, oh, all of a sudden he's he's a character and he has
Yeah.
like feelings and emotions,
I mean, I
and
don't
then he has a
necessarily
kid, and we're just
think.
like, well, what happened?
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's how it's. I don't know. I can definitely see that, but like, Forrest Gump is a character. His character is that he's an idiot. Is the thing. Like, he's a
I just
very.
didn't get enough. I didn't get enough for him to be an actual fleshed out character to like think about.
Yeah. Well, he's a kind-hearted idiot. Is the thing. He's and it's that whole thing of like, you don't know whether he's like mentally disabled. They don't call him autistic. They don't say he has Down syndrome. They're just like, he is disabled. He's got something going on. But we as writers don't want to be held to symptoms of a disorder we don't want to research. So we're just going to say, oh,
Hmm.
cop out. He's whatever. He's whatever. And
Hmm.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all, because when you say, "Oh, this person is autistic," you have to follow certain rules. When you say, "Oh, this person has Down syndrome," you have to follow certain. It's kind of like how in Ed, Ed and Eddie, David Antonucci wanted to make Rolf Italian, and sort of based him off of some of his relatives that he had, because he had some like very strange relatives from the old country. But he thought he was going to be accused of racism, because he had made another skit about like this butcher who was just foul mouthed, and people said, "Oh, it's a racist Italian stereotype." So what he did is he was like, okay, well, Ralph isn't Italian per se. He's just from the old country, quote unquote, the old country. And it's kind of a
Yeah,
cop out, but like I get why people do it. You know, I don't want to make it a big thing.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess Forrest is a little bit, a little. Well, I mean, he's
I mean,
half.
it's
Sorry.
that's just my opinion. It's not even a fact or anything. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah, I get it.
That's how it affected me.
Yeah, you didn't get anything out of
I feel a little
it.
cheated
Underwhelmed.
by the end.
Okay, yeah. How do you think?
I guess I guess I watched it wrong.
Yeah. No.
Is what it is.
Well,
I
maybe.
watched the movie wrong. I was just like, oh, okay, we're just kind of watching this kind of history movie and this kind of blank slate. And then at the end, I guess I didn't realize I was supposed to be like, you know, relating to him the whole
Yeah.
time.
I mean, I think the thing is, like, I'll definitely give you shit for this, even though it's not a bad thing. Like, you will come up with your own conclusions to shit. that goes way,
Yeah.
way, way against the popular consensus, versus what I will do, which is I will wait for the internet to tell me what to think. It's so weird. Like I will have like instances where I'm like, man, I really like this. Like I'm the kind of person. I know you don't know what these things are, but like Has Been Hotel and fucking Hell's Boss, those fucking cartoons. I'm like, man, I kind of like these. I kind of like these, but then I'll see reviewers be like, it says fuck too much. It doesn't say it's not doing anything new. And here are all these other things about it that don't work. And I'm like, you know what? I agree. And then I'll watch it again, but I'll be like, well, actually, wait, no, I do like this. And then I'm like, I don't even know what I actually feel about this. Whereas,
Hmm.
whereas you, I think, you know, like I'll disagree with your opinions on things, but I do think you come up with like very unique like views on a movie. And sometimes it is like
I've,
wrong, or sometimes I shouldn't even say wrong. Like sometimes it is like I don't see it, but it's like a different way to watch the film. You know what I mean?
yeah, I definitely want. I mean, it's not wrong of me to wanna like a movie.
Yeah,
You know, I wanna like a movie, but
yeah.
like else,
No,
yeah.
you'll never sit down to a movie and think I want to hate this so bad.
Um,
I think I've been poisoned. Is sometimes I will think that, and then I'll be like,
I
no,
think I
actually,
used to be like that. I think it used to be like that. I feel like it has to be a very, very special circumstance for me to want to hate watch something.
yeah, like Bret Easton Ellis. Well, actually, no, that's not hate watch. That's hate read. Is that even an example?
Yeah.
Is that even a good example?
Um, no, no, because I do enjoy Bret Snell's books. I'm
It's
just,
it's interesting having a love hate relationship with certain things. I mean,
I'm
I think
so emotionally conflicted.
I feel like that's where the best conversations come from, though, is somebody that's like, I really like this series for X, Y, and Z, but I hate it for A, B, and C.
Hmm.
Even though me and my simple brain, sometimes I'll hear somebody like something and I'll just assume that they like everything about it, and then I'll feel like, oh, you're being a hypocrite because you don't like all of it. What do you mean you like this movie but you don't like that aspect of it? That's the best aspect of it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's, uh, opinions are just weird.
Opinions are pretty weird. And
Opinions and the internet just don't go together.
no, they don't. That's the thing, is sometimes I'll hear opinions and I'll think that it's an angry teacher screaming at me to do those opinions. I'll think that, and then I'll get mad and emotionally charged.
So mad.
You ever get that?
Yeah,
You ever? I don't know.
whatever. What?
Do you ever get that where you'll see an opinion on the internet and you'll be like, "Man, don't tell me what to do," and you'll get kind of angry about it.
I, I, I guess, but then I kind of just get over it because I was like, well, this is
Yeah,
just on the internet, so it doesn't
yeah.
actually matter.
I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I feel like it's one of those things where I'll be like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna pretend that I don't care about this, but then it'll still like I'll go do something else and it'll still be sticking with me. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah,
there's like people have felt that with other things, other more important things, and I've definitely felt that with other things too. Like somebody talks to me in a different tone, and I'm like, I'm not emotionally hurt by that. I mean, that's
yeah,
that's the thing people say sometimes. Is they'll be like, somebody said hello to me in a different way, emotionally devastated.
yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah,
what those feelings.
yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen to me. I'm just
I don't like feelings. They're
um,
wrong. They're bad. They're flawed.
hey, sadgasm. Feelings are dumb and kisses are dirt.
That's right. What's Sadgasm? Is that Homer's other band?
That that's oh no, the band's called Sadgasm. The first song is called Politically Incorrect.
Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, I thought that was the name of the band. All right.
Here we are. We're back all the way to
Yeah.
the Simpsonies.
Oh, yeah. So riveting conversation. It's delightful. And there's a man named Bendy Shorts in the comments, and he says Pikmin. Pikmin, all caps. Pro gameplay. Who else here? There's nobody else here, Bendy Shorts. You're the only one. You're trapped here with us.
How many days do we have left?
27. And I'm pretty sure I'm not
We've-
gonna get all of the parts.
We have 27 days left.
Oh, no, sorry. We're on day 27, so we would have, so 28, 29. Oh, we have 3 days left, and I'm pretty sure this is also a day that I'm taking up. So I might restart. I don't know if I can, actually, I don't know if I can restart, because this is the original thing. We might, the thing is, like, there is one more area we have to go to, and we have to fight a big boss, and then we have to retrieve, like, a piggy bank. And you don't need that, like, you don't need every part to, like, get the good ending in this game, but, like, to get the true ending, you need every ship part. So we might not get every ship
The
part.
true ending.
I don't know. Maybe not the true ending. It's more just an ending. Like, there's an
You find out.
you
find out Olimar has been piloting for the Umbrella Corporation for all this time.
Yeah. Olimar goes behind a door. He goes behind a rock and sees a door and he opens it. And there's a little Shiba Inu dog that's like playing with controls and he's like, You were controlling the planet this whole time? And then he bows to it. I only know about that.
He opens up a
ending.
door and then Samuel L. Jackson's there with his eye patch and
Oh yeah. What does he say? What does
great,
Samuel
good
L.
time.
Jackson
This is
say?
2024. We're doing Avengers jokes. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Oh god, there's like
Even though
there's a Pikmin like post-credit scene.
God, how long ago? That's like what? That's like 16 years at this point.
Oh no, I hope not.
How old's the Avengers?
Ah, fuck. I mean, we were in high school when like the Avengers was really like Endgame
Yeah.
came out. Like even Endgame came out fucking 6 to 4 years ago. God damn.
Oh my god. They're still making those movies.
They're still making them. Nobody wants them. Everybody. This is the thing: is that like with those kinds of movies, their most enthusiastic critics can only muster up it was all right. It was all right. I don't know what anybody's complaining about. That's the most enthusiastic Marvel Cinematic Universe fan right now.
Remember when Iron Man used to kill people?
Um,
Remember when Iron Man killed terrorists?
Isn't that the reason why, like, what was it? Like, Iron Man was created, like, back during the fucking, the Vietnam War. And, basically the comic book artist, like, he saw all these hippies. And was like, I wonder if I could write a story that could get, these kids to relate to, like, a fucking, like, Vietnam soldier or something like that. So he made, like, this threat. Like, he made, like, a billionaire. It's like, I'm gonna get them to understand the plight of a billionaire who's like fighting like an Asian character in a foreign country or something like that. I don't know if that was the first time.
I just mean even in the Iron Man movie.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the Iron Man movie. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh. Who could even imagine a man made of iron? If you ask me, that just sounds like a tale to astonish than anything real.
Is it
But what do I
weird
know?
or what?
Yeah. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy, but the thing is, I was so painted by people making fun of like Josh Whedon quippy writing that it kind of ruined it for me. Like every 5 seconds, Star Wars was fucking Star Wars. Star Lord was just like, oh, what are you, Ninja Turtle? Hey, get off of me, Giving Tree from the Giving Tree. What is this, Footloose? What is this, Foot Grease? What is this, something from the '80s? Man, my mom died of cancer. Did you know that? That's really sad. Anyways, uh, fucking Scooby Doo, am I right?
Yeah, no, I
That kind of took me out
I
of it.
think that.
The best character was the John C. Riley character that didn't even get, that just had to explain that murder was illegal to the fucking the rest of the heroes at the very end.
I remember I remember when that movie came out and there was like big it was a big thing of like, no man, they're gonna do a Nova Corps movie next.
Who the fuck is, which one is Novacore?
That's the police that John C. Riley is a part
Uh,
of.
I would watch the shit out of that. I would absolutely watch the shit out of a Novacore movie. Instead,
But
we
the
got
the,
we
the
got
thing
no
is, they
movie.
had Glenn Close and John C. Riley. There's
Yeah,
no way they're gonna get both of those people back for a movie.
I don't know. I mean, Marvel, like, especially now that it's owned by fucking Disney, like, there's a lot of pull in those fucking big corporations.
Uh, it's just it's. I mean, she was already Cruella, you know. So get over it.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh,
Yeah,
so Mushroom is in the chat saying, it's probably because I'm a contrarian ass, but I felt a little vindicated when everybody stopped liking Marvel movies. I kind of got tired of the non-stop quip writing way before a lot of people. I can kind of understand that. Yeah, like you're on the ground floor of,
yeah.
a certain criticism, and then everybody sees it your way. It's kind of like how, I don't know if this is, making it weirdly political, but the mainstream media used to love Elon Musk and say he was a genius, and then like he bought Twitter, and now suddenly everybody's like, oh, actually he's an idiot. Actually, wait a minute, he's wait,
Yeah,
where's his money coming from? What, cobalt mines? And then there were definitely people that were saying shit like that before, but people were just like, ah, whatever, you fucking fringe, left wing idiot. And now people are like, yeah, he doesn't really know. Like, he's still got his fans, and I'm not saying I like disapprove of everything he does, but like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And yeah,
people just people just can't stand African Americans in power.
yeah. That's a good one. What did you write for the Good Family? What did you write for fucking John?
I wrote for Modern Family and The
Yeah,
Good Place.
yeah. No, there was a sitcom that Mike Judge tried to make
Yeah,
where,
I know. I
yeah,
know.
yeah, you could really tell in that sitcom, like, because Mike Judge is really good at, like, you know, like depicting both sides of an issue and being like, Hank Hill. He's not always right. He's not always wrong. He's like a very good, like, grounded character. And his neighbors are
Mhm.
kind of like rednecky, but they're not exactly like, they're still like human at the end of the day. But then he tried to write like these San Francisco hippie people, and you could really fucking tell that he's much better at humanizing like more right wing people than he is left. But they did make that joke in the
It's
fucking, they made that joke because they adopted the family adopts an African son, but he's from South Africa. And at one point, like, they put race, and he puts African American. So that's why I remembered that.
uh I always thought it was just like a quasi weird spin-off of Beavis and Butthead because
Oh, like the
that
teacher.
character, the dad, just always reminds me of the teacher. Yeah,
The thing is, the dad is just like Hank Hill, but like left leaning. the teacher would be way more of a fucking pussy than the dad, and that's saying a lot.
It's definitely just like a base. It's a base for the guy though. Yeah.
Uh, it really, yeah. Like I said, you can kind of tell that, like, he's still very good at kind of like getting to the nuance of an issue, but he writes Hank Hill and his friends a certain way, and then he writes that fucking social worker character, and he's just like, yeah, you're meant to hate this guy. This guy is an asshole, and you're meant to hate him. This is a fucking corporate yuppie. Even though many of the things that he says are now, I think, just widely accepted. Maybe not widely accepted. I don't know. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Do you?
No,
No, you don't. Play us a song. Play us a song, Danny boy.
I can't. It's TOS.
You got them pipes on you. You got them golden pipes on you. Let's hear it.
It's TOS, man. I can't. Can't do that.
Okay, then write us an original song.
Wow, that's a good visual.
What? The fucking. What
Yeah.
the... Oh, come on. There's no visuals here. This is radio. This is like old time radio.
Did which joke? Which video did we do where the joke was I want a Hertz donut?
Oh,
Remember
that was the Pikmin 2 treasure tier list. There were some good bits in that. That was that
Is that
entire.
from the original or is that the one that got
No,
published?
no, that did get published. I think that did get published. Thank God. Hey, do you want a Hertz donut? Yeah, I do, Goodly. Now, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now that we're not in the same fucking room?
Yeah. Make this fucking joke work now.
And then I literally just had it be like, it just zooms out into the little fucking office area we're in, and it's just like silence for a few minutes. And that entire list was held up by the fucking bits. Is the thing. It made no sense to do that, but because of the banter.
I had a lot of people didn't like my opinion.
No, well, they don't. Just because
A
they
lot of
didn't
people
like.
didn't like my list.
They didn't like your opinions, but they liked you as a you know uh, an entertainer is what they liked.
No, I just didn't. I just didn't know what
I
what
remember
any of this
telling
is.
I remember telling a friend. I know you saw the Luigi's Mansion. I was playing with the smiley face guy, relative depression, and I was telling him about how I just like slammed your DMs with like 500 different Wikipedia pages, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know why you guys are still friends after that. I wouldn't be after that." Like, what do you fucking mean you did that? I'm like, yeah, that's what you do.
Sent me a Google Doc that I only read 4 pages of.
You read 4 pages. Oh, the fucking the enemy video where I spent so much time like gathering footage, making clips, like finding like because you can go into a YouTube video and like clip a specific part of a video. So I went in to one big video and I clipped a bunch of it. And I was like, yeah, now they can take a look at the enemies in action. And you didn't look at any of that shit. You didn't look at none of it.
No, I
You,
didn't
you
didn't
did.
look at any of it. I actually threw out my computer just so I wouldn't even be tempted to look at it.
I mean, that's kind of the fun of doing Pikmin content with you. It's the contrast of the guy who's obsessed with it versus the guy who doesn't even want to be there and is just like seeing it through fresh eyes. Oh, that's kind of a fun bit. It's not even a bit. It's just
Uh,
what happens. But I don't know. I thought it was funny.
yeah, no, I'm laughing.
Would you be willing to do another one, like another fucking? Because Pikmin 4 came out and it's got a whole other big thing of treasures. And I'm not saying we're gonna do it anytime soon, but eventually.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
it'll probably go way, way, way better than that fucking first video where we had to record like multiple different times because I forgot we weren't recording, and the fucking Premiere file got corrupted with this. It was so fucking weird. Like the Premiere file got corrupted, and then so I was like, all right, I'll go to the autosaves. Every single one of the fucking autosaves got corrupted, and I had like the only one that wasn't corrupted was one that was like halfway done, and I literally felt like fucking Sisyphus pushing up a fucking boulder up the goddamn hill, and then and it's not even like Sisyphus like that falls down into the hill. It's like it falls into a swamp, so I have to go into the swamp and get the sticky swamp shit on me as I push the boulder, and then the boulder fucking. There's worse things in the world to happen to a person, but I don't care.
I mean, yeah, even I had some trouble. I had to like split up like 3.5 hours
Yeah.
into like different segments.
Yeah, so you could send it to me. Yeah. Also, I think you'll be happy to know that in Pikmin 4 they don't just have like bottle caps and used condoms anymore. There's like there are a lot of mundane objects, but most of the mundane objects are at the very least like it's like, oh, this is a novel. It ranges from like a novelty sticky hand to like a copy of fucking Ridge Racer for the fucking the GameCube. What do you what's that one where you're like you're on the jet ski? I don't know if you know that one. It's like a jet ski game. You collect a fucking Game Boy
Um,
SP, the clamshell one. That's pretty. That's like a first treasure to get. It's kind of fun.
just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit fun. You can get a
Just a
fidget
little
spinner.
bit. A wave race.
Oh, wave race, yeah. Yeah, there's just like a wave race disc somewhere in the fucking dungeon. There's also a ham, and it takes like 500 Pikmin to carry the ham.
Wow. I mean, it's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be short.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be a shorter list.
I don't know if it's gonna be a short. The thing is, they did reuse some treasures, so you're probably gonna be pissed if I put the same ones on that list.
I'll be pretty upset. Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna do it because that would be kind of fun. It would be kind of fun. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. What the fuck is? I already reviewed this, you piece of shit. You fucking asshole. You crazy.
Oh, you alcoholic.
Yeah. You're drinking Seagrams all the goddamn day. You fucking you're not even recording right now. What is this? What is this?
Oh.
I thought it would be funny. Do you want to go on a vacation? Do you want to go to Do you want to go to Six Flags? No. We can't just go on a vacation to Six Flags, Goodwin. No, we can't.
Get a cheese from the you get a disease from the cheese.
Yeah. I'll make you a sandwich. I'll make you a cheese sandwich with no cheese in it.
Who's out of cheese with a sandwich?
Ooh.
You really need to start like. You need to start like thinking about what I'm saying to you sometimes.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
Because then we can avoid situations like hey, so you're recording, right? So I don't need to record? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're fine.
No, we're just like on autopilot. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I know I've talked about this on the stream before, but like there was a part where we mentioned like Stavros Halkias that you really liked, but for me it was the.
That's really funny.
Yeah, there was a part where you were like, I showed you one of the items, and it's like, okay, so the Wikipedia said this was like swallowed in the shower room by a fucking blob orb. Actually, Dan, it's called a bulb orb, and you were so annoyed, you were just like, kill yourself, kill yourself.
That was good timing, yeah.
Yeah, it was so raw. But now
It was a
that's
great
lost
beat.
time. Yeah. What the fuck is this bullshit? This game has carrots, plants, ladybug people. What a shitload of fuck. What a fuckload of shit. Noe in the chat says, I like blue Pikmin. Well, you know what, Noe? I like blue Pikmin too. Dan, I know you don't know much about Pikmin, but of the Pikmin you know, what's your favorite?
I like blue. Blue's a good one.
That's probably, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. The red one's the one with the noses, right?
Yeah, they're the ones with the noses, and the yellow ones have the ears.
Yeah, no, fuck that. A regular blue.
Yeah, okay. The blue ones have, like, little gills that look like mouths.
Yeah, but you can hide that.
Oh, you don't like that? You just want a Pikmin
I
with
don't
no
know,
facial...
man.
You want a no facial features Pikmin, a nothing special Pikmin.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got one in Pikmin
I
too.
wanna...
It's a tiny little white Pikmin with beady red eyes.
Well, that's not helping us now.
No, it isn't. Actually,
Boom.
I do. Says no way. Yeah. Man,
What?
Pikmin is a crazy game.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something. These environments, these monsters, these
Yeah.
animals.
I like it because it's a very like strange world. Like the world itself is very like down to earth. There's a lot of realistic textures, but then you have shit like this that's like kind of Nintendo-y, kind of realistic, and you're just like, what is that? What is that thing?
Yeah.
And you kill it. It's like nature. You just kill things, but it's okay because that's the circle of life. Just like the Lion King taught me.
Oh yeah.
The Lion King taught me a lot of things.
Like what?
It taught me about facing my fears. It taught me about if you displace a race of people with another race of people, then bad things happen. You don't want hyenas running around in a lion area, because that's bad.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It taught me.
Yeah.
It taught me that eating bugs, pretty good, pretty tasty. I was kind of an asshole kid, right? Because people like would watch Ren and Stimpy, but when I was a kid, I thought Ren and Stimpy was too gross. Weird to think about, but yeah, I just saw it. I caught it a couple times. I was like, man, this is disturbing. What I would watch instead was the Disney Channel Timon and Pumbaa show, which honestly was like a more tame version of Ren and Stimpy. Like they're dynamic, only instead of like instead of like Ren being psychotic and Stimpy being like a complete pushover, it was like Timon was kind of just kind of like arrogant, and Pumbaa would come up with ideas, and then Timon would steal his ideas. That was kind of fun. And I remember, the one part I remember is that they made this salsa, right? And everybody loved the salsa, and it was like world famous salsa, and they became famous millionaires. And then like a reporter was like, what did you put in this salsa to make it so good? And they were like, bugs, the beetles. And then nobody liked the salsa anymore. There was a Proud Family episode that was kind of similar to that, where like Sugar Mama made like her own version of Proud snacks that were really like tasty, and then she just revealed to the world she was literally putting her fucking foot in it, and then people were like, ew. It's disgusting. I don't want that.
They own that big house.
What, the Proud Family?
With just off of his failing chip business?
No, the thing is, like, it's kind of like fucking Stu from the Rugrats, where, like, the mom works an actual job, and then the dad gets to while away the hours on his failed bullshit fucking flubber fantasy dream. which
Hmm.
personally, that's the fucking life. That's the life right there. But
Lower.
yeah, I don't know. Like you get to be the nutty professor and make no money, but still like work on weird experiments. And be like, oh, this next one's gonna put me on the map. I'd like a life like that. I'd like to live a life like that. And then also just have this other fucking person in your life who's like, yeah, I'll pay all the bills. I'll do the actual fucking job. Stu was a fucking bum. So was Oscar.
Who was Oscar?
Oscar was the dad from the Proud Family.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
He would
that's
yell,
pretty
and
cool.
the mom was named Trudy, and he would yell Trudy, Trudy, because he would get
Sure.
locked out of the house. I think at some point, or he would just get exasperated. I forgot all
Good
about
times.
Timon and Pumbaa, the show," said Mushroom.
Yeah. Remember, um, the 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 Jungle Book cartoon
Um, Not really. Was
where
that
was
the?
all the
I actually heard about
it
that
was all
on.
the main animal. It was all
Oh,
the main animals, but they were children.
the thing is, I never caught that. But there's this YouTube channel called Colin Looks Back, and he's doing this big like history deep dive on all the Disney villains. And he actually did mention that fucking show, which it seems like a weird premise for a show that like Shere Khan and all the like the asshole animals used to be friends. It's a little bit fucking depressing, is the thing, because like now like they grew up and they all just fucking hate each other.
Yeah, I mean it's just again it's just
Slice of
um
life.
Muppet Babies. It's just
Yeah,
Muppet Babies.
that's the thing. Like making characters babies. When has that ever made anything? Like when has that ever allowed you to tell stories that are any better than the actual series? Like unless you
I
make the
don't know,
babies.
Muppet Babies.
I mean, I get yeah, but that's the thing. That's where the trope comes from. Is like it worked
Baby Looney
once.
Tunes.
No, Baby Looney Tunes. The only positive memories I have of Baby Looney Tunes is that if you got through the entirety of one of those episodes, that's how you knew you weren't going to school that day. That's the only positive thing
Yeah.
about Baby Looney
Oh
Tunes.
yeah. That's I have the same idea.
Yeah, no. But I mean, like, Baby Looney Tunes isn't god awful. It's not like it's torture to watch it, but it's just kind of like.
Oh,
I don't even know if it's a kid's show. It's just like a boring show. It's like Bugs won't share his toys with Baby Daffy, and then Baby Daffy cries.
I remember there was an episode. There was an episode where Sylvester wanted to be cool, so he bought these like pickles on a stick that said they weren't going to be good until like the year like 2438.
Wow. What? Were they chocolate? Did they have chocolate on them too? I think I remember this episode.
They did. They did.
Why do I remember that? Why do I remember that useless show? What was the lesson? Was there a lesson at the end about how you shouldn't try and be cool? You shouldn't buy things because you think that they'll make you cool because a lot of times it's false advertising. Was that the lesson?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You know what I love about the classic original Looney Tunes is all the wonderful life lessons that they teach you. You got a rabbit, you got a wise ass rabbit that's just fucking with this, little like fucking dwarf with a speech impediment, who may or may not have some form of Down syndrome.
Some
I
kind of
love that.
learning disability.
Some kind of Forrest Gump disease. Yeah, they don't tell you what it is, but it's something. Something's there, man. Personally, the Buzz Lightyear cartoon was my shit, says Mushroom. I agree. They had some
Yeah,
good
that was
episodes
great.
there. Yeah, they had the fucking Roswell episode where like all of it was like 1950s, but it was all a bunch of like little green men, and they were the aliens.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that
played
premise.
the
Oh yeah.
I played the PlayStation 1 game a lot as a kid.
Was it based on the? Was it based on the cartoon or the?
It was.
Okay.
It was based on the cartoon.
Wow. It's kind of funny how Toy Story 2 like had the like in universe video game. But like, did we ever get a version of that? You know the one that the dinosaur is playing at the very beginning. You know what I'm talking about, right? Was it anything like that?
What?
Yeah, in Toy Story 2, like it opens up in like a fake sequence where like Buzz Lightyear's going through all these
Oh,
bullshit
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's sort of based on. Yeah, okay. Zurg was
Yeah.
so goddamn funny in that show. Yeah, I remember Zurg was a big ham in the show. I remember when they revealed Zurg in the movie, I was actually like, I had to like leave the theater for a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know why I was so overwhelmed by Zurg. I was a stupid little kid. But yeah, in the show he was funny.
Yeah.
Look at all those blueies, says Manny Mannyson. What is that supposed to mean, Manny? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Go to sunset, continue from last save. I went to the wrong place. We're gonna start over.
What is the
What is the what?
what is all this? What is all this?
I like how I keep exposing you to Pikmin, but you don't actually pick anything up. But you're just so stubbornly against retaining any of this information, which I
I
don't
feel
blame you.
crazy. I feel like you're just showing me one thing. You're just like, look at this. Look at this swamp, grassy area.
Yeah,
We gotta grab these Pikmin and pick this up and put it on the ship. Wow. Now check out this cave, huh?
you
It's like
don't.
this is still an outside grass area.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know
Well.
what you're.
So you
Look at
think
this
that
bottle cap. That's not. I don't know.
this does,
Again, yeah, it's another bottle cap. Yeah.
it doesn't even feel real. It feels like a parody game that you would find in like a series that doesn't have to explain itself. Is what you're kind of saying? I'm
Yeah.
showing you fucking like I'm showing you bits and pieces of Itchy and Scratchy, and you're like, this isn't a real cartoon, right?
How I feel now is how like I feel about skateboarders. Of like I feel like it's a thing you just learn like you just learn like one trick on a skateboard and the joke is that all skateboarders just name this one trick
Oh,
different things.
yeah.
And I feel like that's what you're doing to me. Like check out this game and it's only like one level.
It's
Like it's
like
an arcade game.
it's a one level arcade game that I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, there's like three sequels, by the way, and a spin off. And there's all these different enemies. And then I just take I know during the like during the enemy tier list fucking thing, I showed you all the variants and you were like, I'm pretty sure half these variants you just went into Photoshop and like changed this slightly. You're fucking with me. But I didn't.
Yeah,
You
I'm
wanna know
sure
what
you did.
you wanna know what I think of that?
What?
Gay sex, I don't know. I didn't have
Oh,
any.
we're doing this again?
We're doing it. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's an old favorite. It's an old favorite. Oh boy. It's just like the Game Grumps. It's just like the Gay Grumps. Oh boy. So, are there any games that you would recommend me play that I haven't played yet? Because that's kind of the fun thing about
Maniac.
Maniac. Is that the one? What is Maniac about?
Maniac is like a top-down kind of Grand Theft Auto looking game where you can pick like between six characters and one of them is like a clown and the other one's like a guy in a hot dog suit.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, and the goal is to just cause as much havoc and destruction and violence as possible within
Man,
20 minutes.
that
And
does
if you
sound.
make it all the way to you make it all the way to 20 minutes, a nuclear explosion goes off and you win.
Oh wow,
You
that sounds.
win. It's great.
I'm surprised I've never heard of this fucking. Well, maybe I have, and I just don't recognize it. Is
I
that
think it like just came out on Steam. I think it's like $4 though,
really?
$4 or $5.
Is this like a
Yeah, I
new
think so.
thing?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Oh wow. Well, I thought this was like an old classic that I hadn't heard of. Yeah, maybe I will pick that up.
No,
Are there
no, it's
any like
brand new.
Are there any like GameCube games or anything that you want me to do? Because I know we talked about
Um,
it, like Sonic. At some point I want to tackle some Sonic games because I've never
do
played
some
them.
Sonic,
Yeah, I
Shadow the
don't know.
Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog seems like it'd be
Um,
funny. Sonic Unleashed seems like it'd be funny. I don't know.
uh,
That's the thing is I kind of have a couple
God, I
people.
got
Like, there's some people here who like
oh,
Sonic. There's some like holdover fans from another guy that liked Sonic. You know,
mhm.
I feel like it's the opposite. It's like the
Yeah,
polar opposite of the Mario. Because I'm always with the Mario shit. You know, I'm always with the
mhm.
Nintendo shit, and this is the other side of the pond. This is the wrong side of the tracks. That Sonic character, because he's all
My
irreverent.
name's Scooter. I'm from the wrong side of the tracks.
Say, have you heard of Satanism? It's that whole thing. You
Uh,
know, there was a
good stuff.
commercial. There was like a Sonic commercial where it was like this stuffy teacher, like that Mario is such a nice boy, but that Sonic, he's got attitude. I don't like him. And then Sonic blew a
Oh yeah.
raspberry at her, and you know, and sped off. And he's like, "No running in the halls, young man." And you see, she's a gruff adult authority figure, so I hate her. And her opinion, I have to have the opposite opinion because I'm a rebellious little kid, and I hate adults. It's why my favorite show is The Kids Next Door. Oh man, I hope all those yellows don't die. Oh, some of them. Oh, what?
Oh, Shrek 2.
Shrek. I remember Shrek 2. Yeah, I used to play that with my
Or
siblings a lot.
how about
That
Cell Damage?
cell damage. That might be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
you know Cell Damage?
No, I'm
It's kind
pretty.
of like Twisted Metal, but like cell shaded cartoons.
Oh yeah, Twisted Metal might. I don't think Twisted Metal is GameCube, but that might be another one. I know you really like that game.
I love Twisted Metal. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a funny clown in it, Sweet Tooth. You know.
Yes.
Ever since I started writing a series that has like clowns in it, I now feel weirdly compelled to like consume shit with clowns in it. Be like, maybe I could take from this. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah, I see, man.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know what they say? A good artist borrows, a great artist steals.
Yes.
You want to know who said that?
Oh,
Van Gogh. But then
wow.
again, you know, he was taking like African gods. He was taking statues of African gods at the museum and painting them as prostitutes. And he was like, "These are my muses." And you know, later on in life, people kind of gave him business for that. They were like, "I don't know if that's quite. I don't know if that's a good idea what you did."
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah, but he's still Van Gogh at the end of the day. You know?
He's still
You,
Van Gogh, you know? Like, yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Who the hell are you?
yeah, exactly. I'm Van Gogh. Who the f are you? Shadow the
Yeah.
Hedgehog is funny, but it's so miserable to play. What's miserable about it, Mushroom? I don't think it's miserable at all. You get to shoot cops. That's fun. I mean, isn't that what
Some
Grand Theft Auto
people.
is all about? Some people what,
Yeah.
man? Some people what?
Some people just don't want to kill the president.
Oh. Well, this day and
You know?
age, they're few and far between. Am I right? A little
Yeah.
social commentary. A little social commentary for you in these dark, trying times.
Wow. Some real David Letterman.
Yeah, some real David Lynch stuff. Some real David Spade stuff. David Spade, he did social commentary,
Oh,
right?
those hit David Spade social commentary.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he did Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt is sort of an allegory. It's a modern day, Oliver Twist, sort of commenting on the plight of the common man at the time. The poverty
What are you
of America.
talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? You've seen that movie. You've seen Joe Dirt. He was David Spade
Yeah,
was
but
in
it's
that,
not.
right?
It's not. Yeah, but it's not. It's not a retelling of the Song of the South.
I thought it was. No, if it was a retelling of Song of the South, it would be completely different. It's a retelling of Oliver Twist, just like that Disney movie Oliver and Company.
It is not a retelling of Oliver Twist.
Oh, god damn! I gotta get better at gaslighting.
That is absurd and just not believable.
I think it's pretty believable. I mean, stranger things happen. Truth is stranger than fiction. Truth is stranger than fan fiction. Let me tell you, man. I
What
got
is a
some.
stranger remake than the audacity you have to think Joe Dirt is an adaptation
Well,
of
you know what? You know what, Dan?
Oliver
Some
Twist?
people, some things are deeper than you think. All right. Some people they read Animal Farm by George Orwell and they go, "Oh, this is a cute little story about some animals. There's nothing deeper going on."
Who?
Well, some people, I don't know. Some people. Let's just say some people. Do you think I have a story? Do you think I have
Hmm.
an anecdotal story to tell you? Or do you think I'm just pulling this out of my ass?
It could go either way.
We go either way. Well, uh, Mushroom, to answer the question, why is Shadow the Hedgehog miserable? Many, many things make it miserable to play, most of them stemming from how poorly designed it is. I think he's being a bit of a spoil sport. I think he's being a worry wart, if you ask me. I think it's a perfectly fun game,
Hmm.
probably. I mean, I've never played it, but I think it's great.
Man, it's a game. It's definitely canon in the Sonic timeline.
Oh yeah, really, really canon.
Really, really.
Really, really, really.
Man, who's voicing Shadow in the new Sonic movie? Have we found that out yet?
I don't know. I haven't seen Sonic 1 and 2 yet, so I have to see those first.
Oh, two is genuinely fantastic.
Oh, oh but 1 is just chopped liver to you?
No, it's good, but
2 is better, yeah. It's kind of funny. I was talking about this earlier to somebody, but like, when you go by movie sequels, they say the sequel is never as good as the original. But when it comes to video game sequels, it's almost the opposite, where the sequel kind of, you know, works out all the kinks of the original, and it's better gameplay wise. You ever think about that?
no.
Oh, well, there's something to chew on for you.
That's something I should be thinking about.
Yeah, take that to the bank. It's worth a shepherd chili.
Take that take that to the bank and smoke it.
Yeah, take that to the bank and stick your dick in it. That's not appropriate. That's not right for me to say. I apologize for that kind of raunchy comment.
Oh wow. You know who's You know who's gonna be Shadow the Hedgehog in the movie?
Who?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Really? What's he been
Yeah.
up to? What's that crazy? Oh, is Keanu Reeves the crazy guy? Is he the
I,
Scientologist?
I don't know. I don't. No,
No, that's
that's
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Oh yeah. Which one is Keanu Reeves? Is he the was he in that game, that cyberpunk game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, that guy's crazy. Yeah, he's a real swell individual, from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what the internet says. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's got to be my opinion because the internet says it. Wake the f up, samurai. We've got domestic terrorism to cause, says Keanu Reeves. And I go, yes, sir. Yes, we certainly do.
What?
I don't know. There's a line in the commercial that was like, wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn. Because in the game, I think he's like a computer virus that lives in your head or some bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
something.
what Cyberpunk's about. I was recommended the show, but I was told that the show is very sad. The anime.
So I'd rather just stay online and not feel any emotions
Yeah.
and let the internet tell me what they are.
What are you doing? An impression of me? What is that? Some kind of
Yes.
dig? I don't think you
Yeah.
sound deep enough. You don't have a deep enough voice. You don't have a deep dumb guy Patrick Star voice. Well, you need to sound like me. Let's hear your goodly draws impression. Let me do a Dan impression. Oh, hey guys. Oh, what are you doing? That's really nice. Oh, that's cool. It's me. I'm Dan. That kind of sounds like you. What do you think I sound
Um. Uh. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
like? That's a good impression.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. No. Like. Yeah.
What is this? What the fuck kind of mockery is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Well. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean I didn't get a straw? These. Was this some kind of communist regime?
It's me. It's totally me.
My DoorDash forgot my straw.
It's true. I often get annoyed
I
at
I I hope his family starts to hate him.
yeah, serves him right.
Well, I hope his house burns down and his family. Well, I don't want anything bad to happen to his family, but to him, maybe.
you, yeah, yeah. You gotta do the say horrible thing, then walk it back immediately, then continue to say horrible thing. I hope the whole world should. I've been listening. You know, I don't know if you remember the Mel Gibson tapes, but I've been listening to them again. And as a good person, I shouldn't be saying, "Wow, those Mel Gibson tapes where he's yelling at his wife are really funny," because they're not funny. They're horrible. But there's some things that he said in there that's really funny. And there's a part where he's like, his wife is like, "What did you want me to do? What did you want me to do?" And he just screams and he goes, "You're just supposed to smile and blow me." And I don't know if I've told you this on this program. I want the whole world can smile and blow me on a T-shirt. I would be kicked out of various establishments. I would probably just be kicked out of anywhere I went with that T-shirt, but I want it just to have it. Anyway, that's a good point, Dan. You're right. You're totally right. This is,
Yeah, man.
ladies and gentlemen, co-commentary. That was a little bit mean.
How many more days do we got?
We got one more day. We got one more fucking day of this bullshit. And we're not going to get the true ending. We're not going to get the truest true ending. But I got all of the shit parts other than one. So you know what? I think it's a pretty good playthrough, all in all. All we have is this big... Oh, fuck me. I'm not used to the new control... Like, I'm used to the newer games where all the controls are, like, streamlined and none of the Pikmin behave weird and you can, like, scroll through the different colors. You don't have to, like, walk into one. Is my excuse. But, you know, still a good game overall. Good premise. Good concept.
Yeah.
Was there ever a game? I mean, there has to have been games that like you went back to as an adult. You were like, "Oh man, I liked this game as a kid," and then you were like, "Oh man, this game is not." Not that I'm saying Pikmin is terrible, but like the first one, you know, has some like polish issues. But like, there's games you've played right that you're like, "Oh, this isn't as good as I remembered it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Donald Duck Gone Quackers.
Going Quackers. You played that fucking game?
Going Quack. Yeah.
I've never played it.
I
In
went back
fact.
a while ago, and it's just Crash Bandicoot for babies.
What do you mean to tell me that a licensed game is mediocre? A licensed game about a franchise. They used to have a lot of those
I don't
fucking
know.
types of games where like every single time a movie would come out, there'd be like a video game tie-in immediately. You'd have like fucking Finding Nemo, the video game. You'd have the Incredibles game. And then it would get
Yeah.
to the point where like it was so oversaturated. If there was any game based on an existing property that was like remotely quality, then it was hailed as like, oh my, this is the best game ever. This is like the holy grail of licensing games. And there's only like a handful. There's like fucking The Simpsons, Hit and Run. There's like Battle for Bikini Bottom. There's some of the SpongeBob games, and you know that's really it.
Yeah.
I only remember Going Quackers because there was this one video where it was like Epic Mickey came out. You remember the game Epic Mickey?
Yeah.
And there were some people on YouTube called like the best gamers. I think fucking Ding Dong from Oni Plays used to be on it, and they were kind of making fun of the word epic because it's like, oh, why is epic in your fucking game? And they were like doing like a fake review of it, but the whole time they were like, as you can see, this is the DLC, Epic Donald, and they were just playing like gameplay footage of that game instead of Epic Mickey. They're like, this is the best game ever. You can get all the quackity little secrets. And then they tied it back into Kirby's Epic Yarn because they really didn't like the word epic. Because that was also a game that had epic in the title. I liked it. I really liked
Very,
it.
very epic.
Yeah. This is so epic and based. When are they gonna
Yes.
make based Mickey? When are they gonna make Mickey's based Red Pill Adventure? Yeah.
Oh man.
You sounded very desperate and scared when you said, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
You sounded
I
like
don't know.
I had a hatchet. I was standing behind you with a big hatchet. I don't know really. I don't know. Put the gun down.
You know.
Well, on the bright side, buddy, it looks like we're finally gonna finish Pikmin. At least as much as I'm willing
How uh, how
to keep.
how much longer?
I mean, we still got a day. We still got a bit of a day. Um, hold on there.
I was gonna call it soon, you know.
Okay, yeah, it's almost over. We just gotta wait a minute. Hold on. I think Um. Yeah, I think we're good. I think I'll just. What is it? We don't have any more. Oh, what? I can't hit go to sun. Why can't I hit go to sunset? Oh, maybe I don't know. Oh, I guess I gotta. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I guess we do have to, because this is the last day. Like, this is the last day, and each day is like 15 minutes. And it's like half over. So, we
Hmm.
don't have that long, is what I'm saying. We don't have that fucking long.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna finish this. I guess I'll just kill all these frogs. These big yellow frogs. Look at this. Look at this slaughter. We have Kuko Chad. We have Kuko Chad in the chat. He says day 30. Yeah, Kuko, this playthrough wasn't a good one. This was not a fucking what's the word? This was not optimized at all. I died. I
This
killed several of the
this was
Pikmin.
not.
It was not epic. No, it wasn't epic. I feel embarrassed, Kuko. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm being very self-conscious of myself playing these old games. Uh, but like you go back to them, you're like, all right, I'm an adult. I've played these games for so long, I'm going to be so good at them. And then you realize you forgot half the fucking controls. And then you realize, like, and it's not even that I'm so bad now. Like, it's not like I never improved. It's more like as a kid, I was so terrible that this is now me being good at it, which is weird to think. I thought you were a master, says Kuko. No, I wasn't. I'm not a master. I'm a fraud. I'm a fool.
Damn.
Mission failed. Respect. Uh, you know that thing in Grand Theft Auto where it's like mission passed, respect. This is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
Wow. Now you're being real hard on yourself.
Yeah. No, but I'll muddle through somehow. I'll figure it out. Kuko, how's your wonderful day been? Kuko, do you have any Sonic games that you would suggest that I play, or any games in general? Because eventually, I'm definitely gonna play more Pikmin because that's what the channel was supposed to be about before I got distracted. But I want to branch out a little bit. I want to play some new experiences. Here we go. Ow. Jeez. We'll get him. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. That's right, buddy. That's right. Mission failed. Gay sex. It's not funny. Don't laugh at that. Fucking terrible. Something's funny? Something's funny to you?
I don't understand what's your problem, bro?
Yeah. What are you calling me, bro? Like you're my brother? Like we're related or something? What is this shit?
What are we, gay brothers?
Persona 1. Kuko just said Persona 1. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I don't really know about Persona. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. You left out 8. I wonder why you left out 8.
I like 8.
Yeah. You tell him. You tell him, buddy. Didn't some of those didn't even come out in the States. Like, we got Final Fantasy, like, 4. And then we got, like, Final Fantasy 7
They
or
got like
something.
renamed.
Yeah. Like, it was like the next Final Fantasy came out and they skipped a few, and they just called it Final Fantasy 3, even though at that point they were at like Final Fantasy 6. I don't know. I'm not really a Final
Yeah.
Fantasy, fanatic. I'm more of a plucky I'm more of a plucky Pikmin patriot than a Final Fantasy fanatic. I hear Crystal Chronicles is good.
Well, that's all I need to hear.
Yeah. What do you like about Final Fantasy VIII, Dan?
Dude, it's been years.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you.
oh. But you just vaguely remember liking
Yeah.
it. Is Final Fantasy the one where it's like that weird protagonist that like learns how to laugh? Is that's the one? Okay. We're getting
If you
into.
wanted, if you wanted,
Oh, what did you say?
I
What the fuck were you?
wasn't saying anything.
That's not even. That's noises. What are you making noises over there? You
Why,
make.
why harassing me now?
I don't know. I'm just being. I'm a bit hypercritical. I can be a
You're
bit
just
hypercritical.
harassing me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm getting
Sometimes I.
harassed.
Sometimes I take my friends for granted.
This is bullying.
It's not bullying. Oh, it's not bullying.
I'm gonna report this to YouTube.
Harassment, maybe. Pestering, pilfering, giving the business, maybe. But harassing. Wait, what did you say? Is it bullying? I don't bully. I'm not a bully. I
Yeah,
don't bully people.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna submit this entire video to YouTube, and they're gonna have to watch it.
Oh no. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you this, but my fucking the Patrick Bateman Bret Easton Ellis video got copyright claimed. The fucking no, what is it? The
Uh,
American Psycho video got copyright claimed. You want to know why? Because they found footage of
why?
American Psycho in the video.
Damn.
Yeah, sucks. I hope that doesn't happen to the Mighty Boosh video, but apparently the BBC is very strict. But F it, I'm gonna make it anyway because it's a passion project.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe they make you wait out the whole fucking day. You know, you got nothing better to do. Oh, oh, oh! We're counting it off. We're counting off. 8, 7, 6, 5. Count with me, Dan. 4, 3. Count with me, you motherfucker. 2.
3,
What?
4,
1.
2,
0.
1.
Less than 0. The day when my life support system fails has come.
Yes, very good.
I have collected only 29 of the 30 ship parts. I have no choice but to attempt to launch the Dolphin into space. Incomplete as it is, the ship doesn't need every lost part in order to fly. For better or worse, I must go. The bullshit thing is like the very last
I
ship.
must go. My planet needs me.
You want to know the bullshit thing is that the very last ship part, like it's not even like that important a part. It's literally just like a piggy bank full of money. It's like a safe full of money so that he can buy souvenirs for his family. And he's still like, "Oh,
It's important.
but I really need that though. I've got to kill a giant like Goliath beast in order to I don't know. Sounds like bullshit to me. Look, it's all wistful, see, because he's got to say goodbye to the Pikmin. Oh no, he doesn't say goodbye. Okay, he doesn't do. Oh, he only really says goodbye in the true ending, and it's kind of a little bit sad. But in this one, he just takes off. And the Pikmin are like, what the? He just fucking left. What are we gonna do now? How are we gonna fend for ourselves?
What do they do?
What do you mean, what do they do? I
What do they
don't.
do now?
I think. Well, the thing is, in Pikmin 2, like, they have learned no survival skills whatsoever, so. I think most of them die off. And they go back into the onion, and then they still need you to help them again. So this journey accomplished nothing. Look at it, Dan. Look how glorious the spaceship is. Look, oh, geez, Olimar jump scared.
Wow, look at all that space.
Yeah, it's empty and void, just
It's
like my life.
almost too much space.
Almost too much space. his antenna is no clipping out of the glass dome. There's the planet. There he goes.
Wow.
Wow, look, there he goes. What a beautiful game. Oh, let's take a look at how
What a
horribly we
beautiful.
did. 29 parts out of 30. Surviving Pikmin 604. Total Pikmin loss 10,036. That's
Oh
more
my god.
that's more Pikmin loss
You.
than men in war. That is war. Those are war crimes. Those are. It was just a little bit of friendly fire. A little bit of friendly fire. I could have done worse. These are all the ship parts we got. Look at them.
Huh.
Save? Would you like to save? Yes, I'd love to save. I'd like to save face. Oh, I thought you would have gotten the bad ending. Oh no, you didn't. You did good. Yeah, no. I'm not that bad. It's just more like I thought I would be 100% in the thing. I would be whipping through, but I forgot what it was like to play a GameCube game. Staff credits. Look at this. Executive producer Hiroshi Yamauchi. Producer Shigeru Miyamoto. I love that Shigeru Miyamoto. He made all my favorite games. And there's Yoshikazu Yamachita and Tezuya Nakata. Love the guy. Love the guy. Junji Mori. Love him. Makoto Miyanaga. Takeo Suguha. I love that guy. Kei Miyamoto. Another Miyamoto. I wonder if he's related. I wonder if there's a little
No.
bit of nepotism going on in the Nintendo company. There has to be. Hajime Wakai, Motoi Okamato. Good stuff. Rich Amtower. Nobody in the gaming industry is going to be rich anymore. The AAA industry is failing. Hollywood's failing. The comic book industry is failing. All online journalists are going out of business. Hopefully, us indie creators
What are
can
we
come
doing
in
here?
can come in like vultures. Well, we're reading the credits. I don't know why I'm keeping you here for the credits. It just feels like
I.
I don't know. Would you rather we just cut it off here? There's a
You
completeness to
have a
it.
job to wake up to in the morning.
It's a bit of a personal question. It's a bit of a personal question. No, I don't. Actually, wait, no, I'm helping my dad paint tomorrow. So yeah, actually, yeah, I kind of do. I'm helping my dad paint
All right.
apartments, so that counts as something.
We should get to bed.
Okay, yeah, I'll see it. Look, the end. The end. Well,
We
to
want
those.
to
Oh yeah.
wrap this up.
Yeah. I'll wrap this up. To those of you that put up with this bullshit, we salute you. I'll see you probably Thursday with another round of guests. I like to rotate the guests.